How we perceive our pain can define us. It's nothing special. We all have pain in our life. I know I have. Do you remember your pain? And the pain you're going through now, is it significant? Most people forget about what they've been through because we've all been through some hellish things. It could come from ailments, experiences, your childhood, your culture, or where you believe you're stuck in life. We can't forget about our pain. I was talking to a couple men the other day, and one of them, I put on a workout regimen, and what I told him to do was 3 rounds of something that involves sit-ups. And he told me that he was in so much pain he couldn't do the sit-ups. And it was only 20 sit-ups for 3 rounds. But then he goes and tells me that he's only been doing 1 round this whole time. And I was just distraught. Like, how could you not do that? And then another young man told me about how he needed 9 hours of sleep. And I was like, how do you know you need 9 hours of sleep? Oh, that's what I work best on. Have you tried 8? Have you tried 7, 6? How do you know? And what I figured out was they forgot about their pain, or they've never been through real pain. And once you get up to my age, around 35, we've seen some pain, maybe a lifetime of pain. And one of them I was like, what's the most painful thing you've been through? And I went through something that was very painful for me. And I told him that you don't have anything like that, I guess. But then he went on to tell me about something that was truly painful that he went through in life. And I was like, that's great. And he's like, what do you mean that's great? It's something to remember. If you forget the pain or suppress it, then how are you supposed to remember it? So now the pain that he's going through right now, doing this, something that's very simple, he sees that as pain when he forgot about the pain that he went through. Pain is something that you can cower from, or something that you can build from. Especially for men, we need pain in our life. Most things that you'll do in life are painful and are hard, and it's not comfortable. It's never comfortable. So it's important to remember the pain that you went through your life. Not to dwell on it, but to always remember it. So when you do reach painful times in your life, you can reach back to that experience and be like, this isn't as bad as that. And I try to use that through everything in my life. And I've done that. And when I was a young man, which I'm pretty much still a young man now, that was hard for me. And I didn't do that. I pushed it down, or said that whatever I'm experiencing now is the worst pain I've been in, because it's pain I'm feeling now, but it's not. And it's important to remember that pain, to grow on it, to take on every new experience that you're going through right now. Take that pain with you and be like, I went through that. I can go through this. And it could be harder. Could be physically harder. Could be emotionally harder. Could be just harder than you've ever done before in your life. And you look back at your old pain, you're like, I can get through this. But then once you do, and you reflect on that, you could find out that experience that you're going through now was harder than the experience that you experienced back before, that you thought was your hardest pain. And the pain builds on to itself to become something good. I've always used my pain and my suffering and all the bad negative things that have ever happened to me to be like, I want to be better than that. I don't want to have that pain anymore, but I will take on new pain so I can be ready for the next painful chapter of my life, because it won't stop. It never stops. Even when you get older, you start getting physical pain. You might have diseases, you might have cancer, and then that's a pain that you won't be ready for if you don't build on the pain and build it into something that's good. It's, as culture goes, things get easier, people get softer, and they forget that we all came from conquerors, from people that deep down in your lineage, you came from someone who conquered, who just took advantage, who was victorious, that had to be that person. They had to be that warrior, and we are no longer like that. We see it as something that needs to be fixed. It's just it just is. It's reality of life. The victim mindset that most people have themselves in, that they give themselves the pass to do things that they shouldn't be doing, is weakness. And every painful thing they try to get around because it's hard at that time. I preach on it over and over. It's that consistency that will get you through the hard times. And it's what builds you into something that you have. Most people in life are just lucky. When you look at Facebook and all these horrible fake social media accounts of people that you know, and you only see a snapshot and flashbacks of every good part of someone's life, you don't see the good, you don't see the bad. The other day, I was just going through pictures that I've had for many years, and it was the happiest experiences that I've had. But for me, I remember the bad because I don't want it to happen again. I want to build upon it to build something better, to make sure it doesn't happen, to shore up all of that, get that security that I want to need, to get that freedom that I'm trying so hard to reach, that I'm working hard, that I'm sacrificing to attain. But as I go through that, I remember, and I'm trying to do, like, understand my gratitude, right? Because I've worked hard to have everything that I have and to build upon myself and become a better man day after day. So as I'm going through these pictures, it really brings me back and reminds me that things weren't as nice as they are now, and it's a good thing. It's a blessing. And for those guys that are actually doing what they're supposed to be doing and putting the work in and becoming better, it's good to reflect on all those good things, because for us that remember the bad, you'll remember it. So you'll be like, oh, this happy time. But I remember the mental state I was in, the demons that I was fighting, and for where I'm at now, like, they don't stop. I still have pain. I still have anger. I still have suffering that I go through. But it makes it easier because it shows not just all those happy times, but I remember all those hurdles and all those obstacles that I got through that I thought was the most painful time of my life. And I was like, things will never be good. Life is shit and there's nothing I can do about it. And I was just angry and sometimes pouting and just doing self-destructive behaviors and just that pain that you go through. And I remember it. I could be like, I got through that. I got through that time. 2017, 2018, 2016, 15, 14, 13. It's like I've done so much and I've had so much pain in my life, and it's a good thing. That pain was good because it got me to the point where I am now, that I no longer have that pain in my life because I got through it and I know how to get through it. And you don't know pain until you get through it. If you have pain and you run from it, then you will never know how to conquer it. And you have to conquer your pain. You have to push your limits to see how far, if it's actually painful. Because once you get through something, and you all know this, like, you could have something that's super stressful, it's super hard, and you get through it and it's like, oh, that wasn't that bad. Like, why was I all up in arms about this? Because it doesn't matter. And it's so freeing to defeat and get through that pain and become stronger, and then realize that all the new painful experiences that you're going to go through in the future, that you're ready for it. You're ready for the pain. You have to be ready for the pain. If not, it'll creep up on you and you won't be able to run from it. Because as you get older, most of us that get married, that have kids, and other people that are relying on us, like you taking care of your parents, you're taking care of your sister, you're taking care of your friends. Once you start having that, you can't run anymore. Then what are you going to do? Then you're going to fight. You're going to try to get through that pain. You're going to try to fight through that pain, and you're not ready for it because you run from every painful experience. or become a victim, and you don't know how to do it, and things start falling off. You start letting your health go. You don't have any plans or leadership in your own life to get all the nice experiences that you never had as a child, that you keep on complaining and whining about. My parents didn't do this. This didn't happen for me. This experience, like, I didn't get that promotion. I couldn't, wham, victim. And you're just not ready for it. And everything starts to fall apart. When you're young, sometimes I get envious of guys that are like, oh, everything around me crashing. Everything's so sad. I have nothing. It's just like, what I see is unlimited potential. And you should be excited. And you're not, because you run from your pain and that you only see the bad. What I see is you have a blank slate. You can do whatever you want. It is so easy to be better than the average person now, because everyone is weak. They're afraid of pain. They don't take any sacrifices. And if you just show up, do what you're supposed to, then you'll be better than most people. If you start understanding how the world works, so you don't run into these painful experiences, or that you're ready for it, that you have a plan to actually get through it. And finally, get whatever goal you're trying to achieve. But if you don't face that pain, and if you don't have anybody in your life that can help you with it, then you're going to be fucked. It's hard to do it by yourself. It truly is. And it just hinders you, and it'll slow your progression. Pain is something you have to face head on, and you can't run from it, but you should build from it and look back at all those painful times that you had and remember it. Don't dwell on it. Remember it, become better, and it will make life easier, and you'll be able to take more and